Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to VTM Bloodlines Clan Quest. And we are here in East L.A, guys. It is very good to be back. And in the last episode, we were able to free Ariana from the Max enthrallment. And now that she's free, I figured this is the best opportunity to go ahead and have a chat with Victoria again, considering how many hoops we had to jump through, going through all of Chinatown and freeing Barabbas. Hopefully it's going to cut through the Ice Queen's demeanor here just a little.
You've done well. The Max says you're a man of your word. And more importantly, Ariana's home. For that you have my thanks.
Tell me, what's so special about that girl anyways?
No. You'll earn that information in time. All you need to know is that unless you lust for the final death, she is off limits.
I wonder why that is. Are they, related, or lovers, or what's the connection there? I see. Care to fill me in on any other of the local customs?
You're well outside the domain of the Camarilla now, and their rules. There's no sheriff. The only justice we have is of the street. You're free. Do as you please. Just don't be stupid and don't fuck with your packmates. No one's going to execute you unless you break these two guidelines.
Guidelines. Packmates. Tell me more about that.
Think of the Sabbat como un puño. Many fingers. Each one moves on its own, but true strength comes when they strike together. Each pack of the Sabbat has a few old soldiers. The ones you see around here, these are mine. Los Discípulos de Xicoat.
So what's your pack all about?
Los Discípulos de Xicoat son los Sabbat brutal enough, sharp enough to be counted among mi familia. We run los depas here. We run the drugs. We snuff out anyone that gets in our way. And if you're smart, you'll stay on our good side.
Tell me about your drug operation.
The drugs? The drugs are just a means to an end. Anything can provide the addictive energy to make a man surrender his heart to me. But the needle never made it so easy. The kings themselves just cannon fodder. The last thing we need are hunters on our doorstep. Better the cattle believe they gun each other down in the street.
She's a Setite, all right. What can you tell me about the turf you control?
El Barrio, East L.A. It's modest, perhaps, but it's earnest. This is where the downtrodden and forgotten are cast off. In the air, you taste that desperation. That desperation is our lifeblood. These depas we nest in. A perfect example. The mortal government's consolation, with the best of intention, to the many wretched relegated here.
Hey!
But we've corrupted it completely. Through drugs, through apathy. The cattle here we keep on a short rope.
I look forward to tasting their ruin for myself. So tell me, what's happening here these nights?
Your timing here, it's extraño. The winds of change have come. Perhaps it's no coincidence they've blown you to my door, when it's you I have to thank.
What do you mean?
In the warehouse, the bomb you placed. It killed many soldiers that night, my superior and the Sabbat included. You opened a door that had been shut for decades. Unfortunately, I'm not the only one fighting for a slice of power.
Nolan created a vacuum. Someone else angling for the promotion?
Claro que sí. Hazel, padre loco, he moved his pack in on this turf. That hideous Malkavian madness runs deep if he finds himself worthy of the title of bishop. And deeper still if he thinks sucking up to me, André, and any of the other Sabbat will get him anywhere.
So what exactly is this title? Bishop.
The Ductus is the one the pack looks to for answers. It's a seat of power I've kept warm for many years. But the bishop is the one who controls the domain, the one that all the Ducti must support. It's time Los Discípulos are at the front of East L.A. With the bishop dead, that is now possible.
The Bishop Victoria, huh? What are you normally doing?
I head this chapter of the Latin kings and their drug trade, but that's all a facade. My true title is Ductus of the pack I lead. Our enemies have learned to fear me, but my soldiers know well enough to respect me. To respect a firm hand and a sharp knife. That's the power every good leader bears.
Okay. So, are we going to find the sarcophagus?
I know better than most the urgency to wiping out that abomination inside. But there's nothing on the street about it. You're the one holding all the clues, I'm afraid. But perhaps we can see each other's paths to their ends.
I like the sound of that. What do you have in mind?
The blood flows from apathy, but the drugs are the current to pull it along. Someone, brave or foolish enough, has damned themselves, stealing from me. The delivery from the south has disappeared, and our pack will suffer until this drought is cleared. Find the thief and slaughter them.
What can you tell me about the courier?
I don't concern myself with the details. Go talk to one of the juice bags, Arturo. He'll tell you what you need to know. You can find him in El Número 4.
And who is Arturo?
Él es un enforcer de kings. He's loyal. He follows the tide of our drugs carefully. He can be trusted. He will help you.
Got it. I'll be back when it's done.
Espere. The Sabbat. In the day, we share a common haven, a nest. Apartamento 5 is yours to rest in and keep your things. This is my boon to you for Ariana's safe return, even if you still have my trust to earn.
Nice. We get a haven here. Well, it's about time someone does something for me. See you when I see you, Victoria. Alright. I like the character. She's definitely a Setai, you can tell. But with the Sabbat flair, and not being a Serpent of the Light, which is rather fascinating to me, because they're the more recognized Sabbat offshoot of the Setites. They kind of go for a Caribbean voodoo theme. They're known as the Cobras. Alright, let's go ahead. Actually, before we do anything else, let's go look at our new digs here. Apartment number 5. Ew. Hi, Heather. You got here fast.
Master?
I'll return later. Well, kind of reminds me of the Santa Monica Haven a little bit. We downgraded our computer monitor. No new emails. You know, it still trips me out that we're still using LaCroix Foundation Secure Intranet and we're doing all of this like right under LaCroix's nose. Or to be fair, he probably... there's a chance that he probably knows what's going on. One of the worst things you can do is underestimate a Ventru. Okay, got a trunk to put stuff in. Got some metal posters to go along with the ladies. Nice! Alright, got some basic blood packs. Not exactly Nolan's vintage, but that'll do. I'm curious if there's any kind of books. And that is a bathroom-style door. I mean, it's not the downtown Haven, by any stretch of the imagination. That is a very stained mattress. Okay.
And sky's becoming so thick with Sam.
And we got the closet. Alrighty. Check the bathroom. And once again, we're denied a nice bathroom. Nolan has certain standards of living. You know what I mean? So I guess that mattress is for Heather to lay on, unless she wants one of the many couches that we have here. Oh, and there's stains on that one too. Okay, but at least the chair looks nice. And it's very cool to have a haven. Can we... Nope. I was very curious whether we were going to get a base of operations here. So let's check our log. The purloined package. One of Victoria's drug shipments has gone missing and she's asked you to look into it. She told you to go speak with Arturo, one of her gang lieutenants in apartment 4. You successfully negotiated Ariana's release from the MAC and sent her on her way. It might be nice to check in on her once she's home to make sure she's alright. And she is in the one with the Christmas lights around it, I believe. And a church without Christ. Hazel Tomes, the creepy Sabbat you met in the Mac's brothel, has invited you to come visit him in his church. Now, one thing I do know about the Sabbat content in this game is that you're going to be asked to make a choice between the two packs. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how Hazel operates. In the meantime, let's see how Ariana's doing. Okay, not how I expected her to be dressed, and she has a much nicer apartment than I do. Nolan's not jealous. Nice rug. More metal posters, nice phone. Got herself a laptop. She hasn't said anything to us yet. Can we go on the laptop? Ooh. There's nothing on the laptop. She may be still out of it, considering the fact that a white gentleman in a long coat just walked into her apartment and is looking through all of her personal things. I'll see, even the bedroom looks better.
I'm your lovely hostess.
What do we got here? Fallout Boy? Ugh. My Chemical Romance.
The lines are all full, so why don't I provide some...
A little bit after my time. Except for him.
And what have you been up to tonight?
Turn that off. See if there's any books, anything that we can loot. Waste not, want not. Bathroom? She have a better bathroom than me? Nope. About the same. And I guess that's the door that goes into the neighboring unit, kind of like a hotel.
Hola. ¿Qué haces en mi apartamento?
English, please.
Sorry. Can I help you?
Ariana, isn't it? I guess no one told you about me.
No. Who the hell are you then?
No one that's going to hurt you. That bad time you had with the Mac? Yeah. You can thank me for getting you the hell out of there.
Wait, what? How do you know about all that? Yeah, I'm Ariana. Why do I get the feeling we've crossed paths somehow?
Forget about it. You seem like a nice girl. A little strange, but nice. What were you doing working in a shithole like that?
I don't really know. It's a strange thing. I was in that place for so long, but I guess I just sort of blocked a lot of it out. I can't really talk about that yet, okay?
The Mac must have high levels of dominate, because that has messed her up. You trying to get rich or something? That doesn't seem like the way to do it.
Man, who knows what I was thinking? Kicking ass at school, rocking the scene was my life as a kid. Next day, I'm a streetwalker with too much to prove. Way to adult, Ariana. At least the money was good.
And what could you possibly need all that money for?
Not the career path for me, I guess. But I do still need more money if I'm going to make it to college. You know, some people want to change the world, but I'll settle for just fixing things up around here. That's the best any of us can really hope for.
What are you going to study to do all of that?
Who knows? Psychology, urban farming, sociology, I don't know. Too many choices. All I know is I don't want to forget where I came from.
Have your parents made a suggestion? Where are they, anyways?
Last I checked, my dad's somewhere in Mexico City, but I never knew him. Mom, well, she was a bystander 5 years ago. Stray bullet. But it's not all bad. My big brother, he's always watched out for me. Made sure I have what I need.
And who's your brother?
Arturo. Maybe you know him. Seems like everybody around here does. I can't say I agree with him all the time, but he's never been anything less than a good brother to me.
And what would he say about your little business venture?
Like you never did anything you regret. Nostalgia, regret. If this crap is for adults, I already miss being a little kid.
Oh, don't get all heavy with me now. What do you know? You're still just a kid.
And I suppose next you're going to tell me to enjoy my youth, right? Just because you're older doesn't mean you know anything about me.
Whatever, Squirt. I don't have time to argue with a tween. Well, that didn't go well. You met Ariana without the Max influence twisting her perception. She seems like a nice young woman. Definitely has her head on straight. Can we talk to her again?
Oh, hey, it's you again. What's up?
Not much, just wanted to chat again.
About what?
Someone in particular.
Oh, yeah? Like who?
Tell me about Victoria.
Victoria? Never heard of her. Should I know her?
Maybe not. I'll talk to you later. Interesting. So she has no idea that Victoria even exists. So they're definitely not lovers. So maybe... Now, I'm assuming that they're related in some way. And maybe this is like the family line. But at the same time, Arturo is like one of Victoria's lieutenants. It could be kind of like a mini Giovanni thing. Try keeping it all keeping the business in the family. Well, we could go talk to Arturo now, but you know what? Let's go ahead and see how the other side's living. Go have a chat with Hazel and see what he's up to. Now, he's at this very nice church down the way. I love the old school Latin style Catholic churches. Whenever I go to San Antonio for PAX, I don't know if I've said this during the series or not, but it bears repeating. One of the things I loved doing was just walking around downtown and seeing all the old school Spanish style churches. I mean, the architecture and the way they looked, oh, they were awesome. We've got a very strange group hanging out around here, too. Can't talk to anyone. Whoa!
No.
This is the guy who was asking if we were enlightened. But we know for a fact that that guy's dead, so I guess they just used his model. Or did they? But anyway. Let's see what's going on here in the chapel. Lots of information about the Giovanni in the load screen. Why didn't I have a church like this? So it looks like our Malkavian priest ministers to the downtrodden and the ladies of the evening. Yeah, we got the full candles and everything. Love the background music. Kind of wanting to see, before we go talk to him. Whoa! That's a cool looking model. So I guess these are his lieutenants. Just like Victoria had hers in the apartment. He's got like a Bible hanging off the side of his, or like a shoulder harness. I think this is going to be very interesting. I assume there is no holy water, and I would be correct.
Who does this wretch think he is? No!
Hi?
No one, mortal or otherwise, is going to take our church from us. I'll tear out his liver to feed the faithful. I'll slice his... Oh? What's this? Our minds were occupied. Your faith is an inspiration for all to behold. That you received our invitation with an open, albeit dead, heart. You came to receive Hazel's blessing, of course. A blessing from us is no small thing, boy. But do you know, no reward is so great as true faith. Yes. Perhaps you could earn our blessing.
I have high doubts that this gentleman has true faith. But he has heard of me, so I guess that's something. Who are you exactly? And what are you doing here?
A shepherd, maybe. Or a sheep? I'll put this simply. I lead the weak, the weary, and the woe-begotten to a place of pride. To this place. A place where the downtrodden, the ruined, those that have been chewed up and spit out by this waste of a city can find salvation.
And who are all these people hanging around?
Sadly, the angels of this city have lost their wings. These people you see before you have been cast down by the drug runners, the pimps, the so-called rulers of this shattered kingdom. But worry not, for they have found comfort in my embrace, as any wayward soul that seeks my blessing might.
Seek your blessing, huh?
Child, you were born into this world wretching with original sin, fallen. By your hands our brothers have suffered greatly, but Hazel has a plan for all that seek his absolution. Perhaps this fall was a blessing. Fallen now, you have a chance to rise again amongst our ranks, amongst our pack, to become a brother amongst brothers. Though I tell you, talk is cheap. It will take more than wasted words, no matter how eager, to pay your tithes to me.
Now, from how I understand of the two pack leaders, you can do one quest line for both of them, and then you have to make a choice. So, let's see what's going on here. Original sin. Can you just tell me what you mean, clearly?
I'm talking about that pillar of flame you brought down on the train yard. The one that sent our dear bishop to oblivion. But perhaps I owe you my thanks. With the bishop gone, Hazel Tomes has an opportunity to ascend to his rightful place amongst our brothers.
I see. So you're hoping for a promotion, huh?
Child, coming from the clutches of the Camarilla, our thirst may seem depraved, chaotic even, but I assure you, our strength comes from structure. We're all equals, but some of us are more equal. Myself, for example, they call a ductus. I stand on the shoulders of my brethren, my pack, and upon my shoulders stand the feet of the bishop, who leads this parish. But you see, that weight has been lifted, and I am not eager to bear it again.
It's very interesting to see the differences between Hazel and Victoria. Victoria uses drugs, Hazel uses faith, and they're saying that they're explaining the same concepts, but just a little bit askew. So, you want to be the next bishop? If I help you, what's in it for me?
Power can be its own reward. When I am made bishop, I will not forget those that bore my weight proudly and strongly.
This sounds like the same greedy bullshit I was dealing with in the Camarilla.
Is it anarchy you crave, boy? Will it be you to stand alone against the hunters, the soldiers, and the lawmen with their rifles and flames? Our meals bite back. In our structure is strength. Strength to fill men's hearts with fear, to make cattle mild and meek.
Okay, I get it. What do you want from me?
Before any such ascension, I propose a trial, a test, to prove your loyalty to Hazel Tomes and my own. You see our humble chapel here? Not all appreciate its glory. Some would threaten us with legal action. Ha! What action could stand in the terrible light of our divinity?
Chasing down lawyers? You can't be serious.
Look at this letter. This worm in a suit came by today. Says the city has plans to knock our sanctuary down. First, they came with smiles and handshakes, offering to buy it. Now they come with cutting threats. They would have us believe that the dollar is greater than faith. That what my flock here needs is a shopping center. They say they'd bring the authority of man to remove me and my congregation, by force if need be.
So, can't you just kill them?
Would that I could. But the last thing my parish needs is more attention from these crusading cattle. What a miracle it would be if this problem disappeared of its own accord. Or rather, your accord.
Man, I really wish we had had the option to say, what about give unto Caesar that it is Caesar's? Just like to see how he'd react to that. Doesn't the Sabbat have ghouls for this? Why would I waste my time on this trivial work?
Because this town spins on the Sabbat's fingertip. My flock is flourishing, but a lonely little lamb like you has friends in short supply. I'm offering to absolve you of your sins, though if it's martyrdom you seek, I have several crosses I could nail you to.
I definitely know which one I'm a bigger fan of. Alright, fine, Hazel. I'll do it.
My faith has provided me the answer I sought. Find this fool and find his end. And before you're done, find why this cursed city seems intent on swelling the earth up itself to swallow our chapel. Return to me when the deed is done, and I will see to it that your presence in our order is a lasting stain.
And can you tell me where to find this guy?
Their ringleader keeps an office not far from our sanctuary. They threaten not only I, nay, such a grandiose secular altar of consumerism would threaten the whole of this community. A garden needs weeding to grow. I command you to tear this fool from the earth with righteous fury.
Yeah. I'll be back when it's done. Interesting folk here in East L.A. Okay. Hazel has asked you to investigate why the city is so persistent about leveling his church to the ground. More than finding out the root cause, he wants you to take out the developer that plans to raise the structure. His office is located in the neighborhood. So Hazel is dealing with lawyers, and Victoria is dealing with potential traders in her drug running operation. Seems like both Ducti are not, or Ducti? Yeah, both Ducti are not having a good good time, other than the opportunity afforded by the bishop's passing. You're welcome, by the way. Hello. Well, I guess... Actually, let's look at our character sheet here real quick. We have got 15 experience. And I know that we wanted to go ahead and get our scholarship up. Ooh. We can definitely do that. Research and persuasion will go up if we pump up our scholarship. Isn't that intelligence? Research and intimidate. Ooh. Will we want to go 15? Persuasion seems to be... It's cheaper. And 16. Let's go ahead and raise our scholarship up. Bam. And call that good. So can we actually read that book? Bustin' It. Harmful if swallowed hint book. The only official strategy guide with all the hottest tricks and tips for bustin' it, harmful if swallowed. The first ever fighting game designed by fashion impresiaro Hiram Oseros. With stupid dope street style and hip-hop flavor. Raises your melee skill. Okay. Did that... Yeah, that got our melee up to 5. Huzzah. Melee combat is now at 10. Awesome. Well, I bet we're probably going to find some books that will need intelligence 5 at, so we'll have full research of 10. I don't know what's going to be next up on the level up, but hopefully something good. So, take out the developer. And Arturo is in apartment number 4. See if we can go have a chat with him real quick. And maybe we could also... Oh, I don't know if it'd be smart to let him know about Ariana. So there's Ariana... Wait, there was another one over here, wasn't there? That had lights in front of it. Because that is the key. He's in apartment 4. 3... Alright. Now I'm curious to see how Arturo's apartment looks compared to ours. Victoria might have given us a raw deal. And I guess that's him. Oh, he has a nice TV. Mexican flag hanging up. Firepower. Got some pizza, got a handgun. Stereo system. Ah, Scarface. Paraphernalia. Hi. He does not particularly care. So, let's look through all of his things. Weights. Okay. No skeletons in the closet. Standard computer. Standard bathroom. Alright, not too shabby.
You don't look like you belong here, Holmes. New customer. Little confused about how this works. Or maybe you're here to start some shit. Either way, you pissed off the wrong chingon.
Holy crap, that model is awesome. You, Arturo.
Depends who's asking, you say. What the fuck are you doing here?
Victoria sent me. Said we had some business.
A su madre. You kidding? Pinche vieja. What the fuck is she sending some gringo to me for? The kings are better than this. You ever held a gun, puto?
Yeah. And I pulled the trigger, too. You gonna talk shit all night? Or can we get down to business?
Hey, wait. Victoria called ahead. Said she was sending some new blood my way. You know what you're getting involved with here? Or are you as estúpido as you look?
He's a charmer, isn't he? She said you fucked up and lost a shipment, and that I'm going to have to clean up your mess.
Uh-huh. Let me fill you in. The re-up for the week went missing. The drugs got to the courier. After that, poof. Somebody's lying, and I need the head of whoever it is. Right now we're cutting into reserves, and that's about to dry up real quick. I can't have that. So are you some marica, or do you get shit done?
Why don't you start by giving me something useful?
Híjole. You're just trying to fucking get on my bad side, aren't you? If Victoria trusts you, I guess I can tell the chola down at the lavanderia, Alejandra. She's the front. She says the package never came. Something stinks, though. Talk to her. I think she knows what's up.
What makes you think she's responsible?
'Cause our fucking boy that brings the shit from the south is solid. The bullets gotta stop somewhere. And it sure as fuck isn't gonna be me.
And are you sure she's the problem?
Nah. Just a hunch. So prove me wrong. I'd rather she keep breathing, but if she's gotta go, that's just business.
And have you tried talking to her yourself?
I tried. Bitch kept a stone cold face and a straight story, but then I could never read her right. I don't want to fuck with her. Nobody wants to fuck with her. She's been tight with all the kings, so better to have an outsider do her, I guess.
Sounds good. I'll take care of it.
Chido. Let's see if we actually got any cojones. If Victoria's wrong about you, I swear I say, it's gonna be the last straw with that bitch.
If you had any cojones, I wouldn't be here. Adios, Satoru. Nolan's normally polite, but when someone decides to kind of turn the aggression on, he responds in kind. All right. Well, we have our marching orders for both Hazel and Victoria, guys. We need to go to the laundromat and talk to Alejandra, and then we need to go to the developer and dispense some holy justice, I guess. So we will see what happens with both of those endeavors in the next episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.